Okay, '09 Dodge Charger. I really wasn't gonna make this video. I figured people should figure it out, and there's a certain amount of common sense that goes with it. I actually watched a lot of videos of people doing this, and it was just totally ridiculous, honestly. Using a lockjaw to get the ball joint out and all that, and talking about the ball joint, person gonna move, not gonna remove the parts and all that. Your best tool to separate most front end parts is this. Hold on a minute. This is your best front end part remover. And the reason why I say that is because when you come, of course I replaced the ball joint on this, but when you basically take a loose this one right here, and you gotta release this one here, this control arm right here, which is loose, and I am gonna change it. And as you can see, it's pretty much garbage. But to remove it, you don't need to use no lockjaw pry or none of that stuff, even a pickle fork. All you need is the trusty sludge hammer. You're not gonna break anything, because you'll just hammer it here, bam, bam. And when you do it, you hold the hammer down here, and you get long swings all the way back, bam. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you got this one that goes into the hole here. I mean, if you're changing it anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you change it or not. The bottom line is that you're gonna take this hammer and you're gonna whack, whack, whack. When you're standing up, long swings, be a man about it, make it happen. And this ball joint right here will pop out. Now, the only difficulty I didn't want to deal with is replacing the ball joint by myself. I got the darn tool kit and all that, and I just went head on and took it over to a shop and let them press it out for 20 bucks and had them put the new one in. That's why that's sticking in there like that with the screw. There was no need for me to go through any other trouble to try and do all the other stuff with the ball. Now, if you're in the middle of nowhere and you're working with someone else, that's all fine and dandy. You know, fine. Let them hold it still while you pop it out. You can actually hammer it out from the bottom. You could literally, if you got somebody to hold this steady, you can literally hammer that out from the bottom. But you just can't. You need a drift in the middle of it. You can't just use. You can use the trusty hammer, use this trusty sludge hammer, but you use a drift in the middle. Of course, that bleed screw won't be there when you're taking out the old one. So. And then another thing too, '09 Dodge Charger, '09 Dodge Charger. Like I said, I wasn't gonna make this video. Let me see. To get to this control arm here, which I'm gonna put all this back together. I gotta put the screw in there and all that, and then I'm gonna tighten the rest of it up. But to take the screw out, if you look at it, and I really can't turn on the camera. This is that socket you see stuck in the hole. And then along with the nut here, and I actually used a pair of vice grips to hold the nut in place, and I use vice grips quite a lot. And I've never stripped out a screw, because if you got a strong hand, like you see these hands, you know what I'm saying, all that muscle in it, you can squeeze it down on here enough to hold it in place while you ratchet it in place here. And then what I used was, I used a Torx bit. The Torx bit I used was a 12 millimeter. 12 millimeter, and they actually, and if you look at it, you got the sway bar on here, and it's behind a little plate that goes over in front of here, and then this one, then there's another plate that goes on top of here, two 15 millimeter screws. It's all easy. I've been setting up, doing it, filling for the what size it is, and actually putting the right socket on there, along with the right socket set and all that. I mean, and yes, I will use a electric gun with no problem, and there's nothing wrong with using an electric gun. And you can always, and if you really want to make, torque it down specifications when the job is all over, to make sure everything is just right, then that's fine too. Everybody got their own technique of doing things, but this job was a lot simpler than the way they made it out to be. In the beginning. Of course, I had to replace, I'm not about to put this back on here. I'm not about to put a new, and this one is, it's got all this play in it. You know, it's got play in it. I'm not about to put this back. Look at it. Look how rusted it is. It's better to put a new one on. And I did buy a new one because on the other side it was all messed up. In fact, and here's the new one here, which is much better to use. The new one or the old one, I would say put a new one in. You that deep into the work, use a new one. It's not gonna kill you. And you will be a happy camper when it's all over. Plus, most of these people who buy these darn Chargers, they neglect the front end until something breaks, and then they can't afford to get all this work fixed. And these parts are kind of expensive. I mean, the replacement for this one right here, just the part alone, and yeah, AutoZone. Here's the new one here. The new replacement was about $120 for this one, and it was $120 for this one here too. And plus it came with the ball joint too. So I mean, and then sometimes they'll try and sell you just without it, just to try and make more money. But if you take your time and don't be in a rush, shop around. Matter of fact, you can even find these parts even cheaper on Rock Auto. Rock Auto has a real good deal. But I didn't want these people waiting too long for their car. They felt like they could afford to get these parts, at AutoZone. Only thing I can't order from AutoZone, which is $189, is this menace of a upper control arm. Now, this one seems to have some tightness to it. The one on the other side, shot. So I mean, it was really actually tapping on the inside when I go up and down with it. But so I'm going to change them both. You change them in pairs. Now this strut looks like shit. Now the reason why I'm not changing the strut is because it does not have any oil coming out of it right now. And if the customer wants it done after, these could be a menace after once it loses the oil inside of the casing. But that's basically how you do it. This is the Iceman. I'm signing off. But don't if you watch this video and saw this, it's much more simpler than the other videos. The other videos make the job seem so darn hard. And in my years of experience being in this, I'm a Lincoln Tech or Lincoln College graduate. And once you've gotten a feel for certain things, you know that you don't have to use certain tools to get certain parts to separate. It's just that simple. All right, I'm signing off. You guys have a good one. Please like and share as well, and subscribe. I would love to hear your comments on this one. Let me know.